right, you guys, Mario came out with yet another of his Ethereal Eyes palettes. This one is the Nature palette. And if you have seen my review of the Moonlight palette, which I both like and don't like, you probably know what's going to be coming in this video. So I figured I'd give him another try, and spoiler alert, it's kind of the same. So let's go ahead and get into this. Let me show you the swatches, and then I'm going to show you, I actually ended up doing a copy of Babs Beauty because I tried using this palette yesterday and I got some of the dirtiest, grungiest looks. But then I watched Babs Beauty and she actually got this beautiful look out of it. Now, it doesn't look the same on me because she has a little more real estate here, and also she has different lighting. She has absolutely beautiful, intense lighting from right here that catches all of the sparkle. It takes that kind of lighting to catch the sparkle. You can see a bit of the shine, but that's really, like, realistically, here's what it looks like during the day, like on my iPhone by the window. This is what it really looks like. And honestly, when you look at most of the creators, unless they're under that special lighting, that's what it looks like. So just setting expectations, because I really wish it was shiny like it was in Bab's video. And I have been trying to recreate that lighting and I just don't have the right equipment. So unfortunately, I can't get it to look like that, but this is the realistic way that it looks. Okay, so let's get into the swatches. I'm gonna make this a quick one because sort of the same thing that I usually think about these Mario Ethereal palettes. Let's go. Okay, here it is under my very intense lighting. This is the lighting that makes it shine. Really gorgeous color story, but look at, I mean, this is the brightest, shiniest lights, and this is about the amount of sparkle you can get out of it. That is, and some of those don't even show. So like, whoa. Okay, I'm gonna start the same way that Babs did, and I'm using my Pot Morphe Airplay as the base so that I have something wet to put this on, just to give it a little more oomph to try and make things get sparkly. My Airplay is a little more dried out. I actually have a new one I need to open up, so when I put the green color on it, it's not that impressive, but I really think that it's because the green is not that impressive, and it is also, you know, my lighting. I'm gonna go ahead and put this sort of like medium chocolatey brown on the corners, and then this is the, well, I guess this is the medium one. The other one's a little bit darker, but there is one darker. So I'm really just sort of windshield wipering this, trying to get it to blend. It is not blending super well, and that is because I have the a little bit dried out Morphe underneath it. I'm going to use the lightest, tiny little sparkly color. It's really not sparkly, but I'm going to use the lightest color to just sort of get it all nice and smooth looking. Again, I would say that that's not really the fault of the eyeshadow. It's the Morphe underneath it. Okay, so I'm using the darkest chocolate color. I'm stamping it along the very edge of my eyelashes, and then I'm bringing a wing out with it. This is, by the way, I mean, this is exactly what Babs did. So I actually have her playing right to my right and I keep looking at what she's doing and I'm playing along. Okay, so I'm bringing back in that green and I keep trying to get it to come back. Now I'm doing what she's doing, which is to redefine and darken that corner. And obviously you can see the green is just like, it sort of disappears on you. So I am putting it over some NYX glitter glue. She did not do this because her lights made it look absolutely spectacular and like you didn't need to do it. Now, it does look really good under my lights with the glitter glue. Still not as sparkly as what she got, but really nice. And then I went over it with, there's sort of a yellow sparkly color, you know, quote unquote sparkly. And so this is exactly how she did it. This is the finalized look. I did use some Charlotte Tilbury in the waterline and a little bit of mascara. I think it looks pretty good, actually. Okay, so that's it. Nothing unexpected. Is this worth $69 plus tax? No, I just don't get it with these palettes. I think some people really like his mattes, and I actually agree the mattes are really nice, but they can actually sort of blend away to absolutely nothing, and then you don't get a lot of color fidelity. So I don't know. This one I would definitely pass on. The only reason I thought that this palette would be really, really good is that green and that burgundy. I thought that was going to be so pretty and so sparkly and so like at least metallic, maybe punchy, but no, it just sort of blends away, and that color gets lost, and you really just end up with sort of a generic smoky eye. I can get that from my Wet n Wild palettes, honestly. The real star of this show here, honestly, is my Charlotte Tilbury, the Kohl eyeliner, this green. It is buttery and smooth, and it gives me that sort of like intense look that this does not. In fact, I was so impressed with using this yet again. I've been sort of halfway using it with other looks, that I'm gonna go get some more colors of this. This one really goes well in the waterline, and I have contacts. A lot of times I cannot wear stuff in my waterline without it being irritating. This is not. It's so incredibly soft. That can make it a little hard to work with, but if you're careful with it and you just, try not to blend it too much, because it can just, you'll end up with it everywhere, but really put it where you want it and then use it in like water lines or, up under here for tight lining. These are really, really nice. So like go spend a little bit extra on these. I think they're like $26 or $32, something like that. This is worth it. I'm getting a lot of use out of it. This I'm not even gonna really reach for, because the two colors I was interested in are just neither here nor there. The other thing is, if you're going to spend money on sort of a similar kind of palette, I would go for the Charlotte Tilbury ones. These are in the $50 range. They are cheaper, less colors, but better colors. These are 9 pans, that's a 12 pan. And these are a little hard to get, but I've already panned so many of the shimmers in here, and the mattes are really good, really beautiful colors. I think these are just a million times better, and you can get more of the look that you think you're trying to get from the Mario palette with something like this. I know I keep talking about these and I know they're expensive. It's because I am using the heck out of these. I don't like Charlotte Tilbury's eyeshadows in general. These limited edition ones, I absolutely love. I'm panning them. I'm using them all the time. The colors are gorgeous. The shimmers are gorgeous. And here's what I wanted out of this look that I am not getting. Her shimmers actually have the refined sort of ethereal look that you're looking for. So this is sort of what I wanted on the lid in that middle part. This is what you should be getting for the money. Look at that. And I just patted, I can build this up, but I just patted the most judicious amount there. So yeah, I mean, I think I gotta be done with buying the Makeup by Mario ones, unless there is a huge formula change and people start talking about it. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and save my money, because it just doesn't really perform in a way that looks good, except for on camera under specific lights. And then yeah, sure, but I bet I can get my Wet n Wild to look like that too. So save your money on this one. I don't think I'm the only person who thinks this after watching some other people. It's just extremely underwhelming. It is $70 worth of sort of grayish dust, and it is not ethereal. It is not those earthy natural colors that you were hoping would show up on your face. Yeah, I can't recommend this one. So I know a few people under special lights really loved him, but I did not. Okay, so Let me know if you have any questions. I have been ordering a whole bunch of indie palettes. The new Nomad one is showing up on Sunday, the Pacific Northwest one. I cannot wait to dig into that. The color story looks gorgeous. Monday, the new Glaminatrix one is coming out, the sort of royalty crown something one, this one. These I know are going to perform so much better than this Mario one. So, and a lot more colorful, great for cool tones. I can't wait to get into those. Yeah, it apparently is palette season because there are just a million different palettes coming out right now. It's all about eyeshadow right now. I can't afford to order all of them, but I'm ordering the ones that I think are going to look good with my coloring and that I'm actually going to use. And I think a lot of you guys would like them too. Okay, so those are upcoming. If you like this kind of content and you haven't already subscribed, I sure would appreciate a like and subscribe, as it really helps my channel to grow, and I appreciate you guys being here. Okay, I think that's it. I am on Tamiflu, so I am recovering from being exposed to the flu. I kind of like halfway got the flu from my son. He's recovering after about a week, but he's got that nasty cough, and so I wasn't really planning on making a video this week, but I figured at the very least, since this just sort of dropped really fast, I could just get this out for you in case you guys were thinking, oh, do I want to wait for the Sephora sale? Oh, should I run out and get this because it's limited edition? No. Just save your money. Maybe some of the indie palettes coming up might be worth a buy. Okay, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.